Hello, world, and welcome back to another episode of the Mystical Adventure. So, today we're at a bit of an impasse. As you can see, I've redone my study area and moved our alchemical construct over here. I got a node, and I also built out our node area over there. As you can see, it's unfinished. I ran out of building materials and decided I wanted to get moving on a different item. So here's the redesigned study. It's looking, I like the way it looks. I like the gold accent here. It turned out pretty good. Got some safety rails up here and have been working on the jars for our aspects. Now, I ran into some issues. It looks like there may be some bugs in the Technomancy mod because I got my well, first of all, the I was working on building out the the node modifier, and it requires some pretty large amounts of essentia here in terms of the Precantario, the Arbor. So I figured I may as well go ahead and build out these three the way I wanted to do it with the wireless receiver, the wireless essentia hooked up to quantum jars down here, and started working on that. And I plugged it into my Precantario, and it basically drained the entire jar. And what it drained was unusable. It was this weird liquid that was kind of, I don't know, grayish or whatever. Couldn't take it out with jars or anything, and yeah, so I started playing around with it. It looked like I had to, if I put some essentia in it to begin with, it worked fine, but it was ignoring its buffer. Basically, if you look at the description of these coils, it indicates that there is an internal buffer, and it'll basically pull into its internal buffer and then stuff it into a jar if it's attached to it or whatever is attached to it. I hooked it up to the alchemical construct over there, and it basically drained the jar and just stuffed it into the construct even though it didn't need it. So what ended up happening is when you looked at it with the goggles of revealing, it showed there was like 500 and some essentia in the construct not being used, and it really looks like it's ignoring its internal buffer and just trying to stuff it wherever, and if it doesn't have anything to stuff it in, it basically wastes it. So the coils aren't going to work for us, and it looked like there was a bug applying labels to quantum jars. Basically, when I applied a label to it, the entire UI went completely screwy. My inventory was all over here, and I couldn't see anything. So until I removed that label, it stayed like that. I couldn't log out and back in and fix it. It was just bugged out. So moved over to ethereal jars with void jars. The golems will fill the ethereal jars first and then the void jars, but if both of them are full and I use stuff out of here, getting the essentia back down into this jar doesn't work. So you basically have to sit here and suck it out with a bottle. I have been doing a lot of research trying to get the kami, what is it? It's thematic tinkering kami stuff opened up with the Ichor wand and whatnot. So I've got the entire Golemancy line researched up. I've got the basic stuff researched up. I've been working on the Artifice line. There's still a few things that we got to get researched here. But there is one thing in here that I thought was interesting I might try to play around with, and that is this guy, the Essentia funnel. So it looks like you can place this on top of a hopper and right click it with a jar, and the hopper will basically put it into the first jar that can accept it. So I don't know if you can set like the void jar on top of here, and it'll automatically funnel it down into the jar below it. So maybe I can solve this issue that way. I don't know. It's going to take some playing around to do that. Um, Over here, I got my wand recharge pedestal set up. I did create the node modifier, and yeah, you know, the rain. So I also went out and grabbed a bunch of nodes, so I can charge up my wand pretty easy. The problem with jarring nodes is that it'll degrade the node. So basically, if you jar a bright, there's a very good chance that it'll degrade it down to a regular. And if you grab a regular, it'll downgrade it to a dim, pale. And if you grab a pale, it'll downgrade it to a fading. So the solution to that is obviously the node modifier. Now, what you can do is you can add the different traits back onto it. So, for instance, if I want to remove pale, right? But it's going to cost me basically Auram and ethereal essence. And you can also add aspects to it. You can increase the amount of aspects by 1. But again, it costs all this Auram and it costs all this ethereal essence. So what we need to do in order to make this viable is, where's my clipboard? There it is. We need Auram, basically. So how are we going to do that? We're going to basically use the MFR mob spawners and try to catch an Auram wisp. This one might be tricky depending on how rare it is. I don't even know if it exists, so we'll have to see what happens. But I already have a wisp, just a random wisp caught. If we stick the wisp into a mob spawner and leave it on a random, it'll basically just pop off wisps, and we can basically flip it on and off until we find the wisp we're looking for, and then we can do exact match. Stick it back in there and do exact match, and then we'll have what we need. So we want to get this set up and going. If we have time, I'd like to summon the Wither and get another star, but we'll see. We'll see if we get to that. I've got most of the stuff we need already ready to go. As far as we've got auto spawners, and we need tanks to hold all the mob essence. So we've got dynamic tanks for mechanism. There is a way we can take our ore berry farm and turn it into mob essence, so we might try to get that set up as well. That might be a quick gain for mob essence. I've also got some cursed earth set up and ready to go where I want to locate this. So yeah, quite a big episode. As for this, basically what I did is I went out and grabbed a giant Terra node, and this actually has about 100 taken off of it. My wand actually pulled some out of it. But what happens is the node has a maximum essentia cap, or a maximum aspect cap, and it applies to all aspects that are in it equally. So if I add another aspect to this node, it's going to have the same maximum as the Terra that's in it. So the idea being that we want as big a node as possible, because you can only increase the aspect by 1 using this method. So it would take a lot of this to get it up to a big node. So I went out and grabbed the largest Terra I could find, and we're going to use that as our base for creating a super node to recharge off of. So yeah, I guess we should go ahead and get started. Let's head back to the shop. And I did expand out and clean up some. Is it still raining? Yeah, we'll keep sound off. So if we come down here, I moved all my barrels down here and got it hooked into the AE system. So it's a lot more organized and easy to access, just using Ender IO conduits to pull it out of the chest here, stick it into void barrels, and yeah, hook it up with basically hook it up to my AE system. So everything's ready to go here. It's nice and clean, and we've got a lot more golems working out here. I could have probably made this a lot more efficient if I put the chest here and had the gather golems hooked up to it. Problem is, I made this just a little bit too big for one perception core upgrade, but I don't know if the tiny spectacles will give them that additional more range. What I could do is increase the gather golems to an advanced golem and throw another perception core on them, and then I'd be able to clean up some of this, but you know, it's working for now. So if we head over here, this is where our mob spawner is going to be, and I went ahead and, yeah, it looks pretty good. And I'm terrible at making things like skulls and stuff, but it's not too bad. Put some accent lava down here, some nether stuff. I kind of wanted to look like it was corrupting out into our area. Actually, a pretty good node I found up here. I didn't even realize it. But yeah, I mean, it has some good stuff on it. Oh, and I did make my thermostatic harness, so I'm ready to go with flight. Now, one of the things that confused me about the thermostatic harness was you have to put potentia in here. It can't be any other kind. It does say that in the manual, but it took me a little bit to realize it had to be a specific type. So that's all ready to go, and it works. It's definitely not free like the Advanced Genetics flight, but part of what I want to accomplish with killing the Wither is to make a flight spell, and the flight spell requires another star. So yeah, if we get to it, we might try that and see how the flight works from Ars Magica. But so here's where we're going to set up our Wisp spawner, and here's kind of our mob essence generation. Is basically going to be cursed earth, being the mobs being ground up and dumped in. You know, I did want to set up that sewer. Maybe we should go do that first. I think that's going to be some low-hanging fruit. Shouldn't take us too long to set up, especially since I've got all the stuff I need for it. And it's laggy in this area. All those golems are causing issues. So here's our berry bucket, and what we want to do is get these MFR sewers set up. So we've got this. We're going to need an autonomous activator to chew it up. And basically what it'll do is chew it up into the sewer. And we're going to want ender tanks to pipe the mob essence into so we can get it back into our dynamic tank. We're going to need item conduits. And I got some Safari reusable. They have to be reusable to be used in an auto spawner. So, and then here's our wisp that we're going to make use of. So let's see. Let's put some glass around it, and it's going to go maybe right here. That seems okay. Chewer, and we want it to right click, suck in from this side. Oops. Always enabled. And then we want a sewer right here. And that's, I believe, all we need. Oops. Alright, now we just gotta pipe it in. So I should have, okay. And conduit. Insert. You know, we should probably put a lever on this. I'm probably not going to want that running all the time. Redstone conduit. So let's stick it on here. Let's put that on high. We want that to turn off also, I guess, if we're not using it. Active with signal, okay. We're going to need some facades to cover that guy up with. Let's see. Get some binder. And we should probably only need 3. Oh, hey, cool. It's already in there. And this is basically how you camouflage the facades, is using the painting machine. Put your target block here, and then it'll paint them up. And I guess for now we're just using a stone. There you go, all nice and hidden. So we also need a lever. Oh, hey, how about that? Let's make sure that connected. Yep. All right, let's flip it on real quick and see what happened. Yep, good there. And I'll have to make this look all nice later. Let's dig down. Yep, mob essence. All right, we are in business. So we need some fluid conduits. I don't think it'll suck it directly out. Oh, sweet. All right, we don't even need conduits. Okay. So let's go like that. Now, and we could probably expand this by putting some more autonomous activators on here and piping them up. And we might do that later. Right now, let's go get our tank set up so that has some place to go, and I can start that running. Yeah, put some bloodwoods up there. Give it that kind of inverted, creepy look, I guess. So I guess we'll put the tank underneath the floor, directly between here. Seems like a good sharing spot. And I'm digging straight down. That's a no-no. I don't have my hammer with me, so that's going to be a strike against me, I guess. We could probably turn back up some sound. There we go. Doesn't sound so lonely now. Whoops. Have been gaining some more levels slowly. I did manage to get the red skill point for the flight. I basically ended up summoning the Nature Guardian. Unfortunately, I wasn't on camera for that. Basically, you have to kill, I believe it's 5 or 6 dryads in a row. And do I already have that? Miscellaneous research. So you kill 5 or 6 dryads in a row, and it will summon the Nature Guardian. So I was in one of the Mistcraft worlds, just basically running around looking for nodes, and yeah, accidentally summoned that guy. So he dropped the red skill point, so we're probably going to have to maybe create a dryad spawner, and maybe we can summon that guy some more for red skill points. Not sure if it's just a rare drop off of any guardian or what. I should probably just run back and get my yeah, let's run back. It'll be faster. Oh, the rain. There's also some weird graphical glitch in the upper left there. I'm not sure what those ruins are supposed to be. Um, yeah, it's kind of annoying, kind of strange. It's not going away if I relog, so you might have to look into what exactly that is. But maybe it's related to Ars Magica. Doesn't that spot doesn't highlight when you go into the Ars Magica config for the UI, so not sure what that is. And I don't even know how big I want to make this tank, so I think it has to be a minimum of 3 by 3 by 3. So we might just start there. Or even how much that is. Usually I use Railcraft tanks, but I decided to go with the dynamic tanks. It's just takes less to make, so let's go down one more. And I think this Primal Charm, just having it in my inventory, it seems like it spawns off little bits of aspect every now and then that your wand can absorb. So it's kind of cool. Alright, so tanks. Let's go. That's not exactly 3 by 3, but okay. Yeah. Let's go for it. I need to be able to get out of here. So let's, where did my hammer? Whoa. And like such. Alright. Maybe I should have dug that in now. Let's just roll with it. Hopefully I have enough of this tank stuff, at least to get started with. I can always increase the size later. And I haven't really used dynamic tanks much, so I'm not exactly sure what the rules around them are as far as placement of valves and whatnot. So we'll kind of have to mess around with that as we go. Glass. Okay. So let's hopefully we can put valves on the top. I think that would be a good place for them with this configuration. There we go. Success. Alright, so now, yeah, so how much can that hold? 60, is that 64 buckets? That doesn't seem like a lot. Alright, well, might have to make that considerably bigger, but let's see. Here is my ender tank. Dang it, come here. Let's look up here, so, okay, let's just stick it over here, I guess. There we go, a little bit of lag. And now my fluid ducts, or not fluid ducts, but fluid conduits. Now this one can be the end, I suppose. Alright, mob essence. I wonder what 64 indicates, because that would have filled it up at least noticeably on here if it was 64 buckets. Alright, well, we'll have to figure that out. So let's go this way. I should go turn that back on. And I do have that windmill all the way up on top of this, what is it? The canyon, all the way up on top of the canyon up there. So hopefully it produces enough power. I was looking at the magical power producers, and there's there's not a whole lot that we can easily accomplish with it. So if you look at the Technomancy, there's some of this stuff, the Essentia Dynamo, but the problem with Essentia is getting it somewhere you can use it. A lot of the Thaumcraft things really require you have a very condensed base in order to effectively use Essentia and aspects. I don't know if there's anything that will transport it long distances like Ender tanks or anything like that. Possibly the coils would have worked, but again, the coils are bugged, so I don't want to mess with them at this time. But yeah, for now, we'll just kind of stick with what we got. So this is going to be out. Not that it really matters, we could just do in and out. But we'll do that for now. So this is going to go that way, and this is all going to end up connecting to one another anyway, so let's do in out. Although there's no way to turn it on, huh? Alright, well, we'll do that. And let's do that. Oh, hey, it didn't connect. Hey, that's because there's no fluid in there. Oh, well, that works too. There we go. I guess I could just put another ender tank over here, but yeah. Got the conduit. Why not use it? Oh yeah, that's the way up. Here we go. So fluid, we want to extract always. And this guy, oops, sorry, in out. We'll probably want to put some items, item conduits on here too, to get the drops out. Wait, that's energy conduit. Fluid extract. Alright, so connect this. Maybe we should, so I want to be able to get through here. Maybe we should just pull this up and connect it there. And there we go. Alright, so where's my wrench? Let's pick this up. And there we go. So that should be taking the mob essence, giving it power, and then we need to do something about the items, or otherwise it's just going to spew them all over the place. I guess I could set barrels up back over there to handle mob drops and pipe them into the same chest that the golems are using. And we'll set that up a little later. Let's get the wisp spawning going. Maybe I should set up a void chest for now. Or maybe trash can. Just because I don't want it going all over the place and causing a bunch of lag, so let's go flip on our essence chewer there, our berry chewer. And I've got the render distance up high again. Oh, what the? Why the heck? You know, I turned it on in peaceful and creative. I don't know. It doesn't matter on a server. What am I talking about? Okay. So what was I doing? Video settings. Oh, that's normal. Alrighty. I guess I don't know what I'm doing today. Yeah. So we need a chest. And Sweet. I don't even know what I have. Let's stick this stuff in here. Really don't need cobblestone. So, hopefully we have enough time to get all these things done. Alrighty, so trash can. I believe I have some conduit. It's kind of wasteful to just dump it, but I don't know. I don't want to waste any time setting it up right now. I should probably put a carpenter's hatch down here or something. Alright. Let's go like this, I guess. Ooh. Is that dirt near my cursed earth? Oh, that dirt is my cursed earth. Okay. Explained enough. Let's see. Let's insert like that. Okay. And extract items. Always active. Whoa. Sometimes I hate you can close it. I should probably just close it. Always active. Alright, so that should basically just dump all our items. Extract always active, in out. Always active, extract. Always active, I believe. Okay. And I forgot to turn the berries back on. Anyway, we should be getting mob essence here soon. There we go. So now that cursed earth should start spreading. There's our first victim. Go. Why aren't you working? You've got energy, but you're off for some reason. Interesting. There's no... In, out, always active. Oh. Huh. It went ahead and killed it. Is this one not working? Maybe that one's not working for some reason. It says it has one work. Maybe if I stick a lever on it and turn it off and on? If I have any sticks? I don't have any sticks. Well, this is mildly annoying. Let's go get some sticks. Well, here, let's lure him over this way. Is this guy gonna get him? Huh. Okay. Well, I wasn't anticipating this problem. Let's see. Sticks. And stones. I guess I should have just brought some sticks. I should have flipped that on. Arrgh. Oh well. Hmm. Well. Oh boy. What have I done wrong here? I mean, it's not like I haven't used this setup before. Once before. In the long, long ago. Sometimes it behaves like this when it can't extract. Items. This should be extracting the fluids. Always active. Always active. One, three, three, three. Um. Well. I mean, it did kill it. Eventually. Well, this is gonna make the episode really terrible. Let me go flip back on that other essence. Let's get the wisp spawner set up, and then maybe I'll cut camera, see if I can figure out what's wrong with that, and get it fixed. So let's flip that guy on. Now we should have essence going. I could probably just set up a wireless redstone and have the lever over here. Might be a good idea. And let's see if we got... See, now that guy got killed somehow. I don't know. Or despawned, I suppose. Oh, maybe... We're up to 28 buckets. Yeah, that's not 64 buckets. This is actually pumping out mob essence pretty good. If I had a few more, maybe we don't even need that. I don't know. All right, so let's make this a little safer, I suppose. And I actually had some stuff for carpenter's hatch. Ooh, I don't have enough. Alright, well, we'll just not do that right now. And we need a 9x9 area. So, this is 9. And this is where our grinder will sit. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Let's light this up a bit. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. Oh, and I did upgrade these to cobalt, so they're, as far as I'm going to even go with the Tinker's Construct stuff until I can get Tartarite, but for that I'm going to have to go to the Twilight Forest, and the easiest way to actually do this is going to be with a digital miner, but I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how hard it would be to find normally. So we want 1 space below and 2 spaces above, so 1 more up. And right here is, so right there. And that. So yeah, one of the things I've been noticing is the early game on the magical mods is not in line with the technical mods, the tech mods, and that kind of makes it feel really grindy. And I'm sure a lot of other people have noticed this as well, and I've seen that a lot. Is just that it's a really grindy experience to go magical, and it would be really nice if there was a magical mod that actually attacked this problem. 2, 3, 4. So right here's the middle. Right there's the middle. So that way you can focus more on, you know, having fun with the mod rather than grinding through research or anything like that. So, but you know, we'll stick it out. I'd like to get to some of the commie stuff because I've never actually done that. But that requires that I research practically everything that's available. So, and I've run out of aspects to research anything with, which means I got to go node hunting again just for the aspects. So here's our auto spawner. Cut that out, and we're going to run our essence and power. Ooh. I'm going to need to make more of these. One of the things I ran into with the tree farm was I was using conduits that were too small to carry enough power to extract. I want to insert to carry enough power to the what's it called, the harvester. And basically what happened was it would get through a part of the jungle tree and stop. So I've had to upgrade my conduits, and I'm probably going way past it. Nope, I guess not. There we are. So I've started making the Ender energy conduits. So it looks like it's going to be 64,000 millibuckets, or 640 buckets. That's not too bad. Alright, so now we're going to have to go back for conduit. And let's see, where are we? Right here. Oh, wait, that's our in. We want our out. And these will now connect. If I do that when it's flashing. There we go. There. Alright, essence achieved. That's full up. Now for the power part. Let's head back up. Why aren't you eating him? Eat him. So, it's likely it just despawned when I came over here. So, maybe I need to set up a chunk loader over there. Do I have any more? So that means I need to make up more of that as well. Okay. That's not going to get me very far. So I need glowstone, redstone, and what is it? There we go. Gold. Glowstone, redstone, and gold. There's a stack of that. Here I am just tossing things in here. It's gonna end poorly. And we're gonna need to make some more glowstone. I have been copping out and using this for resources and not just building, but hey, it saves me some time. And gold. There we go. Especially since I haven't been successful in actually getting any of the magical processing up and running. There's still a lot in there, still keeping up. And I was where I needed to be, so. Let's see, we want alloys only. There we go. So just, I guess, some of the tech stuff that I've been doing is, I got basically the stuff we found in the dungeon as far as mechanism, I got it all set up and turned into factories. Just a simple chained ore tripling, I believe this is, and outputting into a unifier, and then the unifier goes into the interface. So nothing spectacular. Auto disenchanter here. I have to take these books that are backing up my system now. For the ones I want, I have to enchant a piece of armor, then come over here, disenchant it, then go back and turn it into plates. So yeah, it is what it is. I still need to be able to process these guys. I think the pulverizer can do it, but I don't know. Do I have it set up? I don't have it set up to accept it right now. I guess while we're waiting for that to happen, we can at least arrange some of this stuff a little bit. But yeah, the what is it? The purifier, or the purifier takes oxygen and it's being produced here. So it's basic. It's a basic setup. I really wanted to replace it with here we go. Replace it with magical stuff. I just haven't gotten that far yet. Come on, go through there. Mainly because you get ore doubling, and in order to get the tripling, I'd need to get into blood magic, and again, we have the problem of, you know, where do we store the Ignis to use the Ignis incinerator? We'd have to do all our ore processing back at the Thaumcraft area. Not that that's a bad thing, it's just a pain, I guess. And we're making a bunch of dust, because this is outputting into here and then going into my system, which means I need to re-export it here, I suppose. That's going to be tricky. Well, let's see. I guess I could not input it directly into here, but have the Ender IO conduit suck it out on blue, and then exclude it from here and put a whitelist on this guy. That's going to get complicated. Oh well. Won't worry about it now. I'll just take it out when I see it. Stuff it in here manually. Okay, so how far are we? 38. Good enough. And let's grab some ender pearls. There we go. And we'll make vibrant alloy. And once that's done, I guess I'll leave some more cooking, just to have extra. I need actually quite a bit to reach that entire distance. This power setup's been working pretty well. I mean, we're draining around 60 AE a tick just to keep the AE system going, and it's not been stressed out too much by the machines as well. So, and we're keeping pretty full on lava, and we've only got what, four engines. That's 160, 320 RF a tick. So yeah, I mean it works pretty good if you don't have huge power requirements. I suppose if we really wanted to get tricky, there's a energy condenser that'll basically turn RF into Essentia. But yeah, this is something that's going to take a lot to make. Probably want to get these order lamps set up and figured out first, though. So it'll be a bit tougher, though, without the wireless, without the coils, because getting the order into the lamps means we have to have some place to store the order and then pipe it into the lamps and then figure out how to pipe out the liquid flux. I don't know. Maybe something I might play around with in a creative just to figure out how it works. See how many we can do here. $24. Okay, let's hope that works. Did I put anything in there? No. Okay. Back we go. You know what? Let's I don't have a book to there yet, but I did find a portal gun laying around, and have I misplaced that? Because that would be... oh, that would be mildly annoying. That is mildly annoying. Alright, well, I'll have to look for that later. I must have needed some space in my inventory and decided to dump it somewhere, so... down we go. Oh wow, that's almost full. So I'm not sure what the 64 look is, but it looks like it's going to cap out at 1,000,000 millibuckets. 1,000 buckets, I believe. So we might want to make that bigger. I don't know. We'll see how much it grinds through. And I'm going to need more power conduits. Maybe. We might have enough. And, hey, we have enough. Alright, now comes the tricky part. We're going to get seriously hurt when we do this, because we have to capture the wisp we want, so yeah. I brought too much with me. Oh, darn it. Let's put him in there. Let's put all that in there. Get cleaned up. So I don't want this going all over the place, so I should have brought some dark glass to set up here. Alright, well, let's run back and grab some dark glass, I suppose. I don't want to put that in there yet. And maybe a paving stone of warding. Do I have any of those in here? Aha! There we go. Now, I don't know if wisps can go through solid objects. I don't believe so. So hopefully we don't have any issues with that. Do we have any curtains? So we'll just do kind of like the Ars Magica spot as far as how I set that up. Here we go. And some nether brick. And dark glass. So I did run into an issue with the Ars Magica, what is it, Black Auram, it was getting blown up. So I think what's happening is either a light mage or a dark mage is getting in a fight with a creeper, and they're not getting killed quick enough, and the creeper decides to explode, and yeah, basically makes a mess of that area. Because I've gone over there and found it, basically exploded and on fire from the glass being blown out above. If the cursed earth comes in contact with sunlight, it will burn. So luckily the entire place didn't burn down, but yeah, it's not sure what to do about that. We'd have to figure out how to get creepers to stop spawning. There we go. Now then, I need to get prepared for wisp spawning. I'll just kind of... Alright, so we need to have our nets ready. And that, hey, that lever I made will come in handy. So let's flip it off and stick our wisp in. Alrighty, so let's spawn some wisps. There we go. And that does not look like what I want. Well, I don't know how to identify it. This is where the problem's going. I think that's lightning or air, I suppose. So this might take some time. I'll go through a couple iterations here on camera, and maybe I'll cut to save some time. I would like to accomplish what we're trying to accomplish on this episode. Ooh, that has potential. If it was the second try, we got really lucky. It looked kind of pinkish, and that's kind of what the color of the Auram is. Whoa, whoa, turn it off, turn it off. No, that is Fictus, Nophamis. Okay. So that was a no-go. Let's put this guy back in. Let's let this guy go. So yeah, this is gonna take some while to get the wisp we want. I hope it's not rare. I hope it spawns at all. I don't even know. It could be that it doesn't. That kind of wisp doesn't exist, which would be odd. But yeah, you never know. Aqua. But yeah, I think I'm looking for kind of a pale pinkish one. Ignis. And then we'll probably set up one of these to feed our Essentia smeltery, or whatever you want to call it. Essentia production. That's probably not it. Perdito. And my backpack is going to fill up fast. Should have brought one of those filing cabinets down with me. Now let's just dump all this in here. That too. I should probably be suited up. This might be a bad idea. Oh well. Let's keep... Where's my scribing tools? There, that's annoying. I want to keep the scribing tools on me because, you know, certain research for the Thematic Tinkerer will only unlock when you scan specific things, and only if you have scribing tools in your inventory when you scan it. So the only way to get those ones you might miss is by, there's Terra, Aqua, is by using the knowledge fragments to combine them into a research item. So definitely want to make sure That one has potential. What's this guy? He looked a little pinkish. Wow, this is going to be tedious. Nope, Ordo. Okay. Let's take him out, put him back in. I guess I don't, I guess I could just use that net. Take that off. Alright, well I'll kill a couple more, we'll see if we get anywhere, and then I'll take it off camera. Ouch. Stop that. Let's do this. This seems like it might be a better way to do it. Unless I know exactly what it is. Another Perdido. Not what we're looking for. But yeah, if we can get this thing spawning off the guys we want, we should be set for node modification. We can make a rather large node. The easier way to do this, and I've done it before because I haven't felt like dealing with it, but I figured since we're doing the magical stuff, we might as well stick to what's available to us, is you can uncomment the Bombcraft node tiled entities from the Force Wrench, and if you use the Darkcraft Force Wrench on it, you can basically just pick them straight up. And what you can do is once you have the nodes in your inventory, you can pop them into your crafting grid, and it'll produce the combination of the two. You'll lose any of the complex aspects on it, so like the modus, for instance, would basically drop off. And when you combine two nodes, you have a chance of getting one or the other's traits, as far as whether it's bright or pure or whatever. So that's definitely the much easier way, but again, let's try it this way, see where we get. When this thing gets cranking, you have wisps all over the place, and it's, yep, that's not the one we're looking for. It gets crazy. I had originally built one of these and placed this spawner down here on the floor. They actually had this room a 5x5 because assuming that the grinder would have the same range as the spawner and it would do a 5x5 area, that was not the case, and I had wisps all over. It was a mess. I died several times trying to get back to the spawner, and yeah, it wasn't pretty. So make sure you set these up in a sufficient area. If you want to hook up a grinder to it, you're going to need 4 grinders basically, because you only have 5 spaces covered, so you need, you know, one over here, one over here, one back here, one back here. What was that? Oh, it's on us. Nope. Nope. Alright, so I'll go ahead and run this a bit more, maybe try to figure out what's wrong with those guys, and I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. So, started collecting wisps after a while. It got pretty tedious, so I just started creating some, saving off some of these wisps in case we need any of them, but did manage to find an Auram. It took a while, and it was hard to do because if you look at the wispy essences, a lot of these are the same color, are very similar, but I kept at it, and now that I know what they look like, it's a little bit easier to it's a little bit easier to identify it. So yeah, so there it is. It's a pinkish, and it's really hard because it's very similar pink to other things as well. But now we've got our source of Auram and our Auram ethereal essence, so now we should be able to do some node modification. Um, so yeah, as you can see, we've got it just pouring in. So also had a bit of a disaster. I was standing here manipulating these levers, and a creeper decided to blow up on me. Turned around, and it looks like yeah, this guy had been blown open, and it's the same issue with the Ars Magica stuff. A light mage and a creeper got into it, and the creeper decided to blow up on him, which broke my glass. So one of the things I'd like to do is make this guy the wand focus of warding. Basically, what it'll allow me to do is click on a block and basically make it so that it can't be blown up. So if I went through and warded all of those blocks in there, and same thing for my, well, I don't know about the Ars Magica one because the Nexus itself gets blown up when a creeper blows up, so I don't know if I can ward the Nexus. But yeah, so we're going to have to make that, and that kind of bumps up priority on one of our other tasks on the list. So looks like we might be actually killing the Wither this time. So we've got Mob Essence, got our Wisp spawner, we caught an Auram Wisp. All that's left here is to modify a node. So we're gonna need some. We're gonna need to go ahead and get a bunch of this and get a whole bunch of these guys burned up for their Auram essence, and we might as well get a lot of our primal essences as well. 64, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are we missing? Oh, there. All right. Well, we'll get those burning up, and whoa, whoa. Okay. Over here. And I've got my jar over there, so let's start getting these. And I need to make more of these. Basically, I want to have a whole set of them. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. Well, we can go get set up for the Wither, I suppose. We're going to need some soul sand. Don't have any in there, but we're going to need some Wither skulls. 3 of them. And soul sand. Let's see. And I might not have any. That's okay. We can make it. Stop that. And I gotta remember how this goes. No. No. Soul sand right along the top. Alright, that should be good enough. I should probably clear out my inventory. This is actually going to be the first time I've summoned the Wither, so exciting all around, I suppose. Let's dump all that in there. So I'm not sure how hard he's going to be to get, but, you know, maybe we'll die, maybe we won't. Yeah, You know what? I went and fought the Arcane Guardian. It turned out to not be so hard, so maybe we'll take this. We'll go head into one of my Mistcraft worlds and do some summoning there. This one had some pretty good flat. 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. So let's head into this age here. And it's got a lot of nice flat land. A lot of sand. Well, flight can't hurt. Just in case we need to get above it. Let's see. Yep, this is about as good as place as any. So, is it one high or two high? I don't remember. I did look this up prior to. Oh, there we go. Okay. And he's gonna blow up. Alright. Yikes. Hey, he's got a hat. Whoa! Up there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he's a bit harder than the Arcane Guardian, huh? Ah, but not hard enough. Ah, stupid wither. Where is my nether star? There it is. Alright, sorry about that again. I did grab my nether star, so we are good to go. And this should prove to be entertaining since the instability is moderate. Yeah. Though I did just kill the wither, so I don't think those guys are of much concern to me. Alrighty, so what do we need to make this wand focus? Order, earth, quicksilver, nether quartz. I think I have all that here. Order, earth, nether quartz, quicksilver. So, I believe you can duplicate nether stars using the Tome of Alcahest or whatever that is. So, maybe I'll make that up off camera and get that working. There is this recipe. Maybe I should have just used that recipe. Interesting. Alright, well, I'll have to see if that actually works. Though it is a bit more pricey than the Tome of Alcest approach. Just 1 diamond, some glowing water. Anywho, let's see. We need Cognito, Ordo, Terra, and Tutamen. And I don't believe I have anything set up for Cognito yet. So here's Ordo. And I probably don't have any for Tutamen yet. Well, let's grab Ordo. And I believe Terra. And plop these guys down. Terra. Ordo, Terra, yeah, so means I'm going to need to make some jars. We've got, well, let's go do some node modification here real quick. So how this works is plop that down there, And oh, I put it all away, didn't I? Some wand of I should probably get going on some Darkcraft, because some of the wand of recall would probably be useful for a lot of this stuff, well, rather than the Mistcraft books. So maybe I'll put that on my list. So let's go ahead and just modify this up. Looks like you can use any two, but we got this now, so let's remove Pale, for instance. There we go. I actually kind of like the way this is set up. I wish the infusion altar had kind of like a compact method, because this is kind of nice. Though this doesn't actually worry about instability or anything, so you're good to go. So basically we want to get this guy up to a bright, and then we can start adding, I guess we could add aspects to it at any time, but and there we go. So now we should have, if we pick this up, it should be a normal, and now we should be able to add bright. There we go. And I guess technically we've achieved modify a node. So summon Wither. And hey, all our goals are accomplished, so maybe I'll cut out getting the rest of the Essentia I need and the ethereal jars, and we'll come back and we'll make that one focus of warding, and that should be it for this episode. So let me go ahead and cut and get everything set up, and we'll come back for it. Should be entertaining since the instability is moderate, and I'll probably have to run around putting things back on there, maybe get shocked sometimes, and we'll see. So I will be right back. Alright, and we're back. So I managed to go ahead and get the Cognito and 2 men we need. The problem with that was I also needed 2 more jars, one for Panis and one for Bestia or Bestia or whatever you want to call it. And we're out of room in here, so we're going to have a bit of an issue. I believe I only got about half the jars I need, roughly. So we need to figure a way to get another half in here. So I don't know if we can kind of add stairs or ladders or something. I don't know if golems can climb them to add in another level in here or what. But I really wish those coils had worked. Anyway, let's go ahead and make this guy. So we need another star in the middle, quartz on the outside. I must have dropped off my Quicksilver. Let's see. Yeah, let's just grab a stack. There we go. Yeah, I actually don't know if order on this matters, if you just have to have all of the items on here. But, I typically place it the way it says in the recipe, so I don't know if that is really a thing or not. Maybe it's just me. So we need order earth. Order earth. And let's wand it. So one of the things with the what the node modifier was, because it took all that essentia, this process took a long time. I'd almost say it took probably a good 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes of just standing here running around, making sure things didn't blow off. The instability was moderate, but since it took so long, there was more events. So, got to kind of be on your toes when the recipe calls for a large amount of essentia. So, looks like we're doing a pretty good job. No issues so far. Just a little bit of flickering lightning in there. But so far I haven't been shocked or anything, so that's a good sign. Now I'm just going to have to find out what I did with my focus pouch. Yeah, that was uneventful. Well, sorry about that one as well. Where is it? Maybe I stuck it in a chest. Let's see if it's up here. Okay. I guess I'll have to hunt that down. Anyway. So let's... Hey now. Why won't you switch? Ah, you don't click on it, you just hover over it. Okay. So let's go give this an attempt and see how this works. Hopefully I don't need a bunch of viz. I guess we can just start over here. This side. Okay, so let's see. Oh, this is going to take a while. Oops. Can I... Uh-oh, I can't word the machine. That's going to be a problem. That'd be kind of cool if it connected its textures. Would look like the old Thaumcraft 3 warded glass. Kind of neat. Oh boy. Yeah, that turned the light off on it. That'll be an issue. I won't have a way to light the area up and abort it. What I might have to do is go hunt up a huge slime. If you put a huge slime in a spawner and then use the grinder, you can actually make more essence than what you spent to spawn it. So that might be how we have to go. Maybe I can find an option in the configs to turn off the light mages. Kind of annoying, but hey, I might have to do it. The question is, will they actually spawn on the cursed earth behind the warded stuff? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it went away. Okay. Messes with the connected textures. Well, let's see what happens. Oh, these guys are going to have to be replaced. See, this happens every now and then. This is what happened with it last time, was actually needed to be replaced. Now I can't actually get that. And then it started working. Yeah. So it doesn't look like the cursed earth is going to function while warded. Yeah, this isn't going to work. Well, that's annoying. So, yeah. Alright, well, I'll have to figure out another thing to supply us with essence. But at least this is working. We've got our node modification going on. We've got all of our goals achieved. So I think what we'll probably do next time, depending on if I can get more research done, if I have the stuff to finish this up, if I can unlock Kami or not, we might go and start blood magic. It's one I haven't gotten too involved in. I've made an altar and powered some machines with lava crystals, but that's about it. So should be interesting to get fully into, get it automated and stuff. I'll try to figure out what I want to do with the aspect distillation up there, and see if I can't get something set up over here. And maybe expand out the distillation area. Maybe I just need to make that room much bigger so that I can start, boiling these guys down and just automating that whole process. So yeah, I think for now we're good, and this is a good place to stop. So leave a like or subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one, guys.